Now, presented in digital widescreen.
Tonight, first responders lend their expertise to disaster preparedness. The feds probe Knox College and its response to reported sexual violence. And in tonight's You Gotta Eat, where you can get your barbecue with a side of basketball.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Tom McIntyre.
And I'm Libby Allison. Today marks a major milestone on the road to recovery in tornado-ravaged Washington. 5
of the city's businesses were destroyed by the November 17 tornado. One of those 5 reopened its doors today for the first time, and that's tonight's top story. All of the employees at Advanced Auto Parts came back to work, including one of the 3 employees that were huddled in a bathroom as the tornado hit. John Walker says it was over in less than a minute, and when he got outside, he watched in terror as the tornado continued its path of destruction. But Walker says he never questioned coming back to work.
Butterflies at first. Very butterflies. You know, I was very nervous the first day coming back. Of course, now they're gone. But the first storm that blows through, it's probably going to bring back all those emotions and nerves again.
After only one day of being open, Washington residents have already started filling the store, happy to have another sign that Washington is remaining strong. But today was also a day to prepare in case disaster strikes again.
First responders met with members of the public tonight for a forum on disaster preparedness. Speakers included the East Peoria and Elmwood mayors, along with state police and tornado survivors. Officials gave advice on what to have in an emergency kit and what to do if a disaster does strike. One tornado survivor says she's completely changed the way she looks at emergency preparedness.
We never really had a plan of actually where to go because we always thought we'd be back upstairs in 20-30 minutes after the weather passed. So now we have a plan. We have a backpack for each of us down there full of clothes.
Williams says her family's home was destroyed by the tornado. They plan on building a disaster shelter as part of their new home. Another good thing to have during severe weather season is a weather radio.
The News 25's Weather First team preparing for our annual weather radio programming party, that in Washington tomorrow evening. Chief Meteorologist Chuck Collins here with a preview and our first check of weather.
Well, Mac and Libby, no severe weather in the forecast, but that's a good thing. That gives you time to get a weather radio, get it programmed before the next severe weather event. And our weather radio programming party 4 to 7 tomorrow afternoon and evening at Washington Walgreens. We'll have the weather service there, Tazewell EMA, Midland Weather Radio, ServPro, the Washington mayor will join us, and we'll have a team of weather radio programmers on hand to help you program your radio. Otherwise, the current state of affairs, upper 40s, the clouds, the drizzle, the breezy, chilly conditions will continue. Hopefully some sunshine tomorrow with a high of 61, but the weekend's looking better, and next week is looking better than that. Forecast details coming your way just a couple of minutes. Mac?
All right, Chuck, thank you. In other news, a suspect in last month's robbery at the Glassford State Bank arraigned today in Peoria Circuit Court. 24-year-old Joshua Wernsman charged with armed robbery and theft. Police say he and 26-year-old Kevin Angus robbed the bank using a knife. Following their arrest, thousands of dollars were recovered. Angus's body found the following week in his jail cell. He'd hanged himself from a bed sheet. Wernsman will be back in court next Thursday. And a Peoria woman's been arrested. Police say she left a gun in reach of her 3-year-old child. Police say originally they got a call about a boy walking alone in West Howard Street. After getting him home, officers searched the house. They found the handgun in a couch. The mother, 27-year-old Brittany Petty, now charged with endangering the life of her child. Police say the boy had easy access to the gun. Petty's been released from the jail. A court hearing is pending.
New tonight at 10, residents in Peoria's Averyville neighborhood say they aren't giving up on the place they've called home for years. Multiple residents met with Peoria police officers and city council members to discuss issues they're seeing, everything from burglaries, loud noise, and drugs. Residents say they do call to report the crimes they witness, but that they don't always see response from police. But most realize there is only so much the officers can do.
The city cut the code. There's not that many officers. The police have so many calls. They're not sitting there waiting for a call.
In general, crime in that area is down 23% from this time last year. The only increase officers are seeing is burglary, which is up 45%.
In this particular area, there is no one pattern of one block that's being more victimized than the next. So it's evenly spread out through the entire district. So we'll work to try to get those numbers down as well and identify who the perpetrators are on that.
After tonight's meeting, both residents and officers say they understand each side's concerns and what steps need to be taken going forward.
A Central Illinois man is dead tonight after a fiery semi-crash in Michigan. It happened yesterday morning on I-75 just north of Toledo, Ohio. 43-year-old Kevin Drake of Bloomington lost control of his truck and hit a cement support pillar. Another semi then hit him. Both vehicles burst into flames. The second driver survived, suffering non-life-threatening injuries.
Knox College in Galesburg is among 55 schools under federal investigation for its handling of sexual violence and harassment complaints. The nationwide probe is being conducted by the U.S. Department of Education. It focuses on possible violations of Title IX, which prohibits gender discrimination in education programs. The announced investigation comes 2 days after the Obama administration issued a report aimed at curbing sexual assaults on campuses nationwide. In a statement to News 25, Knox College says it's working diligently to comply with the investigation and strengthen its response to acts of sexual misconduct. Petitions calling for a change in the way Illinois divides up its legislative districts and for how long legislators can serve are headed to Springfield.
And those petitions are also headed directly to a lawsuit filed by Illinois' most powerful Democrat. Citizen petitions calling for nonpartisan creation of House and Senate districts. Citizen petitions calling for term limits for legislators. The backers say these are citizen initiatives for good government.
We literally have the opportunity for our voices to be heard.
But House Speaker Mike Madigan sees these petition drives as partisan politics.
The Republican Party is a party of reaction, and this is Republican Party politics.
Madigan's lawyer filed a lawsuit in Cook County against the petition drives, arguing that term limits and redistricting aren't a proper subject for a constitutional amendment. GOP gubernatorial candidate Bruce Rauner fired back at Madigan.
We have career politicians who are fundamentally corrupt and engaging in patronage, cronyism.
Governor Quinn's spokesman says he's on record for term limits, but it should be done through the General Assembly and not the courts.
We're following up tonight on the debate over the Obama Presidential Library. Bloomington Senator Bill Brady spoke today in Springfield, proposing a new way of funding the project. Republicans have opposed efforts by Democrats to allocate $100 million for a presidential library for Barack Obama. Senator Brady says if Illinois residents want an Obama library, they could pay for it by donating a portion of their tax refund to a building fund.
These aren't required taxpayer dollars. These are voluntary, which makes it a win-win scenario. We do this for various other things, as I've said before, cervical cancer research, memorials, and other things. So it's a win-win that doesn't strip the much-needed taxpayer dollars.
Brady's bill comes on the heels of a House committee approval to spend $100 million on an Obama library.
A new set of power lines that'll run from Peoria to Galesburg has some Ameren customers all charged up. The company's been holding a series of open houses to educate the public on the Spoon River transmission line. There are currently 5 potential routes for this new line. Predictably, some people are anxious about those electric lines going through their property.
For some people, it's just, I know I need the power, but I don't want the pole in my backyard. Other people say, hey, make sure you pay attention to the wildlife. Don't mess up my hunting. Don't mess up my field. So people come in with their own set of concerns, and we want to be respectful to that.
Ameren wants to start construction on the new transmission line in 2017 and begin service in late 2018. If you'd like more information about the project, head to cinewsnow.com. More to come tonight for Henry in your hometown. Still ahead, we continue our search for the best barbecue in Central Illinois in a rather unique place.
A local organization is asking Central Illinois to rally around a 30-day challenge. Coach Ford is talking about the future after Bradley lands a major basketball recruit.
And King Tut, he died for tourism. And Egypt is hoping the tourists come back.
You're watching Your Home Team at 10 with Tom McIntyre, Livy Allison, and Chief Meteorologist Chuck Collins. This is News 25 Nightside at 10.
All right, Libby and I were going to sing from Annie, The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow,
Yeah.
but it probably won't.
I don't think you want me to do that.
It probably won't.
Boy, yeah, this weather stinks in a word. I mean, let's not beat around the bush because it has not been good. Still another chilly, damp night. Starting to break away with some sunshine tomorrow and the weekend. So
all right,
we're almost there.
The sun will come out Saturday.
There you go.
Let's go outside, see what's happening. Then we'll go with that 69 on Saturday, 67 Sunday, then 77 Monday. There we go to the low 80s coming up on Tuesday, Wednesday, and maybe Thursday of next week. All right, time for the Bremer Jewelry Diamond a Day giveaway. 10th caller right now will win 698-3760. The winner gets a diamond necklace. Caller 10 wins.
All right, you remember King Tut, right?
I knew his mummy.
I thought you did, yeah.
Very nice. Well, now you too can visit the tomb of Egypt's King Tut. Egyptian tourism officials have unveiled a precise replica of the tomb of King Tut. They say 3D imaging was used to measure and record every detail of the real King Tut's tomb. Think of it as an Egyptian version of Abe Lincoln's New Salem, not the real thing, but really, really close. For the record, King Tut's original tomb was closed to the public due to deterioration caused by decades of use by tourists.
So they're looking forward to more deterioration.
Yes.
Now, the mummies don't go on vacation. They might relax and unwind. That's why they don't.
I knew something bad was coming. We hope you're hungry out there.
Yeah, still ahead, we're heading to Bloomington for some big-time barbecue. And this week's You Gotta Eat, unless you've just lost your appetite. This week on You Gotta Eat, we find some down-home barbecue in an unexpected location.
News 25's Chad Weber takes us to Bloomington's U.S. Cellular Coliseum for dinner and a sort of show.
It's not exactly what you think of when someone says barbecue, but inside the U.S. Cellular Coliseum,
best barbecue joint in this area, in my opinion.
The smokehouse has been operating under the roof of the Eventplex for just over a year now, and in this Coliseum, buffet reigns king. It is the only option for lunch, but that doesn't mean you'll be limited in choice.
Every day we have brisket, pulled pork, and chicken, baked beans, macaroni and cheese. We have two kinds of desserts, salad bar, soup of the day, 4 fresh vegetables each day.
General Manager Paul Grazer says his secret to good barbecue, slow smoking over hickory and apple wood with just the right sauces.
We take our time, we perfected our recipes.
I started my meal with a nice healthy salad, giving my body no warning of the impending calories to come. Then, onto my main plate. I threw on some barbecue brisket pizza along with some rib tips and anything else I could fit until my plate was full. And I've got to tell you, the homemade sauces here really stand out. For entertainment during my meal, I watched a local high school graduation rehearsal. It's one of the many things you could see while eating here, including football practices and ice skating. After a couple more trips back to the buffet, my bill came to $11.80 plus tip. The smokehouse is open for lunch Tuesday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. They are also open for sporting events with a full menu. For You Gotta Eat, I'm Chad Weber.
And for more on the smokehouse and all the restaurants featured on You Gotta Eat, head to our new website, cinewsnow.com.
One Bloomington organization is hoping to raise some major money in just 30 days, but it needs your help. As part of its May Match Drive, Home Sweet Home Ministries is asking the community to raise $43,000. All the money raised this month will go to Home Sweet Home's food pantry, soup kitchen, and other programs for the homeless and senior citizens. To find out how to donate, log on to our website, cinewsnow.com.
And Sports Final up next with Lee Hall and Jim Matson.
Diamond Today giveaway winner is Deanna of Peoria. That's our latest winner. Got another one coming our way tomorrow night, and not quite diamond weather. Probably worth a nickel tomorrow, but we'll get better. It'll increase in value. 61 tomorrow, partly sunny, maybe an afternoon sprinkle. 69 Saturday and 67 Sunday, then 80s coming our way next week.
Get through one more day of this.
Yeah.
That's one. You can do it. You can make it through. All right. Remember, you get the news, the weather, the sports all around the clock on cinewsnow.com.
Have a good night.
That'll do it for us. Good night.
Good night.